Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining today's webinar. My name is Jaswinder Singh. You can also call me Jazz. I am a member of the LS Retail APAC consulting team, and I've been working as a technical consultant for almost 5 years, dealing with various projects within inventory management. Today, I'm very happy to share some of my knowledge with you on the subject. Just a little housekeeping before we get started. Everybody is muted by default. So, if you have any questions during the presentation, please type them into the question box in your GoToWebinar control panel. I will try to answer all of them and any others you might have at the end of the presentation. In a few days, we will send you a recording of this webinar with further information. So what is inventory management all about? It is a module within LS Central that provides robust functionality in managing your inventory. Managing your inventory effectively is an essential for any type of retailers, and whether they are big or small as well. When tracking inventory accurately, you need to know how many of each item you have, you know when you're running low on stock, and whether you should purchase that item again to keep selling it. And as a busy retailer, you should be able to do all of this instantly and be ready to make good buying decision quickly. So let's look at some of the basic functionality. The first one will be stock management. In stock management, there are stock count with areas, cycle count, and finally, stock requests. There are various worksheets to facilitate your orders, such as purchasing order and transfer orders. And finally, documents such as receiving and picking to complete the module. In this webinar, we will also look at the mobile inventory app as well and see the full process of worksheets and documents. I wanted to create this slide because this may come as a surprise to you. Inventory management is often confused with replenishment. It is a separate module, but does have an overlaying business process with replenishment. How do we differentiate these modules? Inventory management is a set of inventory processes that manage your store inventory. The example of these processes are your stock count, stock request, and other various worksheets. Replenishment, on the other hand, is taking the data from inventory management and applying various statistic calculations that will further improve your store inventory. If you're still having trouble understanding this, let's take a quick look on an example to further understand this. Alright, in this example, a store is going to raise a stock request for a list of items. The store does that through a worksheet. This can be done manually or with the help of the mobile inventory app. Next, the worksheet is sent to the back office for review and processing. Now, at the back office, the staff may apply various functionality from the replenishment module. And finally, the store receives from the good after the order has been processed. As we look at the items highlighted, this will be considered as part of the inventory management because in here, we are raising a worksheet based on stock requests from the inventory management module. On the next item highlighted in orange, this process will be considered as a part of the replenishment module. The back office will take data from the stock request made earlier and apply various actions. Actions here could be either calculating the most cost-effective delivery route for that stock request or applying certain calculation in order to deliver the goods at the right time. For example, certain goods may have a shorter shelf lifespan. And finally, the last item highlighted, this too will be part of the inventory management because in here, the store will need to process the retail receiving document. And again, this can be done manually or with the help of the mobile inventory app. Now let us look at the journey we have taken in moving in-store management to store inventory. The focus now is to have your store inventory management processes in store inventory. Therefore, what is store inventory all about? Store inventory is built on completely new LS tables. These tables no longer have the conventional table locks and processing is now done asynchronously. Therefore, this allows multiple worksheets to be processed simultaneously. An important note to take into account is that these new tables and processing architecture, it follows the new V2 web services in LS Central. I will now demo some of the common processes in inventory management. In this example, I'm going to create a retail purchase order and complete it with a retail receiving document. Alright, in my view, I already bookmarked my retail purchase order and my retail receiving list. Alternatively, you could always search from the search icon or click on the menu button. So if we click on this menu button, followed by Explore All, we can see that the retail purchase order is located in In-Store Management and Store Inventory as well. But since I already have it bookmarked in my main menu, I'm going to open it up from here. Alright, so this is the view of all your orders. So let's create a new one. Click New, and let's fill out the required fields. These fields are usually marked with a red asterisk. The vendor details can be searched from vendor ID or vendor name. So I'm going to search for London Postmaster. And you can see that the retail purchase order has updated all the relevant vendor information. So next, give it a unique vendor invoice number and update the lines with the goods that you like to order. For example, I'm going to order this item and give it a quantity of 50. And finally, you can release the order. As you can see that my function is available here, but if it's not the same for your view, you can always click on the menu, Actions, Functions, and click Release. You can see that the status has automatically updated and the order has been sent. I'm going to create a retail receiving document, and this is relevant for LS Business Central 15.01 and below. So in my view, I'm going to open up my retail receiving list, create a new document, and link up my purchase order. You can also link up any other type of orders. But in my example, it is a purchase order. So I'm going to click on the lookup value to select my order and have it linked to my retail receiving document. Right now, in the back office, you can always update the lines manually. But in this example, we're going to use the mobile inventory to update the lines automatically. But before I do that, let me just update my expected date. Exit from the document. Alright. Now on the right is the mobile inventory app. Let's log in. This is the main menu for the mobile inventory app. We're going to open up a retail receiving document. So to do that, navigate to the retail receiving menu. Open up receive PO since a purchase order has been created, followed by receive PO all. There are other various options, but in this example, we're going to look at the receive PO all. So we can see that this is the retail receiving document that we have created earlier in the back office. Let's open it up. Here's the vendor information, and then we open that. This is the lines for our items. So let's complete this. Click on Edit. I'm going to put a quantity of 50. Of course, I'm running on a simulator, so therefore I can't scan any barcode. But otherwise, you can always configure to scan barcodes and have this line updated automatically. Once the lines have been updated and you're happy, click on Send. You can see there's no more items. Let's exit the menu and jump back to the back office. Now let's open up the retail receiving document. So we can see that the lines have been updated, including with the quantity. So let's complete this by updating the counted date. Click on Confirm. You can see that the status has also been updated. And finally, click Post. So the retail receiving document has been removed, and in our retail purchase order as well, it has been removed. So therefore now we need to view the posted documents. In my view, I have them up bookmark here as well. So open it up, click on posted purchase receipt, hit the sending, and open up the latest receipt. So in here you can see all the information that has been captured, including with our lines, the invoicing details, and finally your shipping details. As I mentioned earlier, this process is more relevant for LS Business Central 15.1 and below. In the newer version, we have automated the process of creating the retail receiving list. So what does that mean? Alright, let me just create another purchase order. Create a new purchase order. Again, I'm going to use the same vendor. Give a new unique vendor invoice number. So let's give different item. This time I'll give quantity of 10. Release the document. Alright, so I created my purchase order. I'm not going to create a retail receiving document like I've shown earlier because for LS Business Central 15.2 onward, this process has been automated. So right now, I jump back to my mobile inventory app. I'll go to my receiving menu, receive PO, same receive PO all, and you can see that the document here is already available. So if we click on this, click open. I'm just going to stop at the mobile inventory for a while. Let's jump back again to the back office. Alright, let me open my retail receiving, and you can see that this document has been automatically created from the action of the mobile inventory app. So once again, the remaining process are similar. Let me update this. Click send. In the back office, you've seen that the retail receiving document has been created. The details have been updated. The lines as well has been updated. So therefore, this process is no longer manual and has been automated for LS Business Central 15.2 onwards. And the remaining are the same. Just update the content date. Click confirm. Close. In the retail purchase order, it has been updated and removed as well. When we create a new purchase order, there are scenarios whereby we will receive more than what we have ordered. This is known as over-receive. We could also receive less than what we have ordered, and this will be known as under-receive. LS Business Central has the feature to handle these scenarios and also have them automated. So let's have a look at this. In my retail purchase order list, I have created two new orders, and I have given them a unique vendor invoice number to differentiate the under receiving and the over receiving. So let's start with under receiving. In this document, I have ordered this item with a quantity of 15. Let's get this. And now let's head back to our mobile inventory app. I'm going to go to the receiving menu, receive PO, receive PO all. So here we can see both the documents that we have created earlier. So let's open up the under receiving document. So in here you can see that the lines and the quantity. So let's complete this. I'm going to order, sorry, I'm going to receive less, so 10. And now I'm going to click send back to the back office. At the back office, I'm going to open up my retail receiving document in my retail receiving list. It's my document. And let's observe the item lines. So here's my item. You can see that bicycle. And the quantity we have received is less than what we have ordered. Let's see the actions on that. We can see that the status has automatically been updated to not enough and given a reason code. This is all implemented automatically and you can configure it to have whatever code you want. So what will be the posting action then once if we have under received this? So in this case, we have set up to adjust the order automatically. What this means basically that your PO order, your purchase order, will also automatically be updated with the quantity to invoice. So let me go ahead and just complete this. This example, the status is shown error because we are under received. Click post. And if we navigate back to our retail purchase order, you can see that the purchase order that we have created earlier for under receipt has also been removed. So let's look at our posted document. So open up the posted purchase receipt. Descending. And here's our invoice. So let's have a look at the lines. You can see that the quantity has been updated to 10. The quantity to invoice as well from the PO has been updated to 10. The rest are the same as shown in earlier example. Alright, so if I head back to my purchase order, now let's have a look if in the scenario where you over received it. So again, I'm going to jump back to my mobile inventory app and open up CPO. Open up this document. So in this example, I've ordered milk with 10 quantities. Sorry, quantity of 10. Now I'm going to over receive by an additional 10. So I'm going to give a quantity of 20 and 7. Alright. Let's jump back to the back office and open up our receiving document. And let's have a look at the lines and what are the actions available. So here we can see the quantity is 20. The status is returned because we have all received, but you could configure to have whatever you want based on your own business need. The reason code, let me just update this to too much. And the posting action in this case will be returned because we do not want this excess good. So let's return back to the rundown. Let's go ahead and complete this. Post. Alright, the retail receiving document has been updated and removed. In our retail purchase order list, it has as well has been updated and removed. So what do we do with the excess goods then? Well, as I mentioned earlier, this process has been automated. So LS Business Central will automatically create a retail purchase return order. Let's have a look at that. So I have bookmarked my purchase return order list here. So if I open this up, you can see that the purchase return order has been automatically created. And we jump back on this. You can see that all the information has been automatically updated. You don't need to create this manually. The lines as well with the excess quantity 10. Let's go ahead and give a vendor credit memo. And release. Alright, once we have created a purchase return order, you will need to create a retail picking order in order to pick the excess good and return back to your vendor. So I'm going to use the search icon. I've bookmarked my retail picking list here, so I'm going to open it up from here. Click new, and in here I need to choose purchase return order. As you can see, the picking list of course handles other various types. In our example, it's a purchase return order. Click on the lookup value. Select the order. And let's update it through our mobile inventory app. Let's head back to our mobile inventory. Start from the main menu. So in this case, we're going to pick the items. So we need to go to the picking menu, open up picking PRO, which represents the purchase return order, PRO all, and let's open up the picking document. It's going to update the lines and click send. Alright, so we head back to our picking order, and let's just ensure that the lines have been updated correctly and go ahead and complete it. Let's update the counted by, and put the date. Click on confirm. We can see that the status has been updated. So let's post this document. So the retail picking document has been updated and removed in our purchase return order list as well has been updated and removed. So let's have a look at the posted receipts and posted invoices. So we can open up posted purchase credit memos. Let me just filter this down. Here we can look at the lines that we have picked earlier. 10, the invoice detail, shipping and payment, and as well the credit memo. And all the lines have been reflected from this. As you can see, most of the process are automated and you can configure to have it any other way that suits your business. The previous examples focus on orders and documents. Therefore, let's have a look at the worksheets. I'm going to use the most common worksheet, and that will be stock count. Let's start off with some basic worksheet setup. So I'm going to navigate to my menu, click on Explore All, and navigate to Store Inventory. So let's open up our Store Inventory worksheet setup. In here, you're basically going to configure all the worksheet type. So you can see here we have purchase, positive adjustment, negative, counting, labels, all of the worksheet type. So let me just add a filter and select the type with counting. Alright, so now we have a cleaner look. So in my example, I'm going to focus on this counting type for my store for stock counting. So let's open this up. Alright, I'm going to quickly walk through on some of the common worksheet setup that correlates with your mobile inventory. So we can start off with quantity method. And in here you can see that there's three options: ask, quick scan, and suggested quick scan. When you select ask, this basically will prompt the user to enter the quantity manually. But often in businesses like supermarket, this will be too time consuming. So you can select quick scan. Once you select quick scan, This basically means the ground staff will just need to scan the barcode and the quantity is automatically registered. Finally, suggested quick scan. So what does this mean? If you opt for the suggested quick scan, then you will need to update the quick default quantity. So what this means basically is that whenever the user scans the barcode and does not enter any quantity, and the barcode does not have any quantity registered, so the system will just take the default quantity for it. This is correlated to your suggested quick scan. The next is the use barcode UOM. When the device scans the barcode, it will always take on the default UOM based on the stock counting, or rather based on the worksheet that you have configured. However, in certain businesses need, we may want to take the UOM in that particular barcode. So all you have to do is just enable this, and then once the device scans the barcode, it will ignore the earlier setup and just take the UOM from the barcode. Now let's just do a quick stock count. So I'm going to jump back to my mobile inventory app. And go to the stock management menu. So in here we can see all the worksheet type. I'm going to click on stock count. In my device, I've configured two worksheets type, stock counting and stock counting week areas. So let's have a look at stock counting and just scan a particular item. So we can see the item is here. In this case, the item has a variant, so a new variant screen will load up. Select the variant, and now we just enter the quantity. So in here you can see that the quantity has been registered 50. The UOM in this case will be the base UOM, not the UOM in the barcode because we did not scan any barcode, and of course the variant information. Again, this is all manually entered, but if you have opted for a quick scan, this will be automatically captured once you scan the barcode. Then we click send. Right, let's head out from the menu. So let's jump back to our back office and open up our store inventory worksheet. Let's click on the menu, explore all, and navigate to your store inventory. Under the general grouping, open up your worksheet. So this is the list of worksheets that is correlated to the ones that you configured earlier. So in our case, we're going to do stock count. And if we scroll, we can see the number of lines have been updated because we have sent it from the mobile inventory. Let's just click on edit just to ensure that the data that flowed in is correct and there's nothing to be updated. Or if you want to update it, if everything is fine, then you just need to click process. Once the worksheet has been processed, you can navigate to the respective item and open up the item ledger entry to see the lines updated. Alright, so let's just jump back again to stock counting and open up the store inventory worksheet setup. Again, apply the filter and let's have a look at counting. Alright, again on the same stock counting worksheet, let's edit this. And we scroll all the way to the right. As we can see, there's a new feature here, show item details. So what does this mean? Let me enable this and navigate out and jump back to my mobile inventory. But this time I'll need to do a full replication because whenever you update your worksheet setup or any setup data, you need to do a full replication. Update replication only takes update from your barcode table, item table, variant table, and other item related tables. So let me clear the database to automatically trigger a full replication. Let's just give a few seconds. All right, you can see that the application has been completed. Let's log in. All right, navigate to your stock management. Go to stock counting again. Let's open up stock counting and let's scan the same item again. This time you can see that there's been additional information added. You can see that the vendor number, the purchase unit measure, and all the related sales information of this particular item. In this instance, you need to take into account that this is a web service call. So if you have disabled this, then you can run your worksheet on offline mode. Otherwise, this information will not be possible. I'm going to conclude today's demo by having a look at what you can configure in the back office that would directly impact on your mobile inventory app. So let me sign in. So here we can see the main menu and the respective menu lines. And if we click on this menu, then we'll see this respective menu line. Basically, each menu has its own menu line. And the good thing about this, you can configure this menu from the back office. So therefore, you don't need to reach out to us to have a customized menu look. So let's take a look at in the back office on this menu configuration. Let's click on Menu, Explore All. In the Store Inventory department, at the Administration grouping and Mobile Inventory grouping, in here is basically where you configure all your setups that is related to your mobile inventory. So let's take a look at the inventory menu list. So in here is basically all your menu and menu lines. So we can look at the main menu, and this basically shows all your menu lines, and it's what we are seeing in here as well. Alright, so for example, let's just look at stock management, and we can see that the stock request worksheet is not shown. So let me jump back to the back office and navigate to my stock management menu and open this up. So in here, you can see all the lines that is similar to our stock management. So I'm going to create a new menu line. Give this code. Code is stock request. Give a bitmap. This is not really important. And you can control the status of this menu line, whether you want to have it active or inactive. Inactive, of course, means that it won't be shown and can't be used at the mobile inventory app. And finally, the worksheet type, stock request. All right, so let me just navigate out from this. Now, I have mentioned earlier, whenever you change the worksheet type or update your worksheet type, you'll need to do a full replication in your mobile inventory app. So let's go on and do that. I'm going to clear my database to automatically trigger a full replication. So we can see that the replication has been completed. Let's log in back. And navigate to the stock management menu. And now we can see that the stock request worksheet is shown in our mobile inventory app. So we can see how easily to customize your menu from the back office in the inventory menu list. In the next example, let's take a look at the negative adjustment worksheet type. So let's allow our user to take pictures and send it back to the back office. So in order to do that, click on the menu. Again, explore all. Navigate down to the administration under the store inventory and open up the store inventory worksheet type. So in here, you can decide on which worksheet that allows the users to take pictures. So in my case, I'm going to use negative adjustment and enable the image import. Right. So let's do another full replication. All right, we can see that the replication has been completed. Again, let's log in. Navigate to the stock management menu, open up the negative adjustment, and in this case, let's go by damage by stock, and let's select an item. All right, at the far right, we can open up the menu, and you can see that the feature to take picture is now enabled. So let's take a picture and click take a picture. So since I'm running a simulator, this is just a mock-up image. I'm just going to take this picture. And if you're happy with the picture, you just say yes. And you can give a comment to the picture. So in this example, this is not a milk box. And you can take multiple pictures. So once you're happy with this picture and this note, take another one. And let's give it a note. Again, not a milk box. And if you're happy with all the pictures, picture 1, picture 2, click back. You can see that the icon has been indicated that this line has a picture or has a list of pictures. And finally click send. So let's head back to that worksheet. Click menu, explore all, open up the store inventory worksheet. So in this case, it's a negative adjustment and we have chosen damage by staff. And we can see there's a line updated here. If you open up the journal and scroll all the way down, you can see the pictures have been updated in this journal. Finally, you can just click process. And that's pretty much the same as all the other worksheets. We'll be organizing a bunch of online training, online courses during June and July. So some of these courses will have certifications, of course. And currently we have an early bird offer. So if you need more information on that, please reach out to our sales team. All right, thank you. Goodbye.